good afternoon. This is Keyshla Lopez again with the 4-H team doing our last mindfulness video. So today the video consists of creating the quiet place, and we will be reading Charlotte in the Quiet Place by Deborah Solzhen, illustrated by Sarah Woolley. And so before getting into the actual reading of the book, I would just kind of like to explain why it's important to just create that quiet place for yourself. So or even just finding a quiet place for yourself. So finding a quiet place can be difficult, but when you can't find one, try creating one. In this activity, you are going to pretty much create your own place in your mind, and then try to find a place that it can either be outside or inside your house that you can use as your quiet place. And what you thought of, use those details to make it seem like you're actually in that quiet place that you created in your mind. So I would just like to go ahead and do a little meditation. So let's begin with sitting upright, dropping our shoulders, unclenching our hands and jaw, taking a slow deep breath in and out. Take another slow deep breath in and out, and gently just speak these words to ourselves. Everything that happens is for my best. Each struggle is a stepping stone. May I be kind to myself and others. May I share my love and support. I am grateful for all the blessings I have. And then let's just finish off with some more slow deep breathing. So take a nice deep breath in and then out, and then just get centered, and then obviously continue to stay healthy and safe. So I will go into reading the book, and let's get started. Charlotte's house is noisy. In the hallway, the floorboards groan. In the living room, the TV bellows and blares. In the kitchen, her dog Otto yeeps, yaps, and yowls. Even in her bedroom, which is supposed to be a quiet place, the old steam radiator hisses, whistles, and whines. Where can Charlotte find a quiet place? Charlotte's school is noisy. In the classroom, the bell clangs. In the lunchroom, the trays clatter and crash. On the playground, the swings creak, squeak, and rattle. Even in the library, which is supposed to be a quiet place, the children giggle, yammer, and yell. Where can Charlotte find a quiet place? Charlotte's neighborhood is very, very noisy. On the sidewalk, the jackhammers blast. On the street, the sirens warble and wail. Underground, the sidewalk, the subway screeches, rumbles, and roars. Even in the park, which is supposed to be a quiet place, the leaf blower buzzes, blusters, and hums. No, cries Charlotte. I have to find a quiet place. One Saturday morning, Charlotte takes Otto for a walk. In the park, Otto spots a squirrel and he launches free. Charlotte chases Otto, charging down the hill, over the bridge and into a grove where Otto sits to a stop. Charlotte and Otto are out of breath. Together they sit down to rest. They close their eyes. Charlotte's belly rises up and down, up and down. Her breath goes in and out, in and out. Her mind slows down. It is quiet at last. It is so, so quiet. Charlotte notices an even quieter place. A place deep in her belly where her breath is soft and even. A place deep in her mind where her thoughts are hushed and low. A place as quiet as the small silence on the very last page of her favorite book. The silence right after the end. Ooh, ah. When Charlotte is ready, she and Otto hike slowly away from the grove, back over the bridge and up the hill towards home. Nowadays, Charlotte's house is still noisy. Her school is still noisy. And her neighborhood is still very, very noisy. But Charlotte remembers that day in the park. So wherever she is, whenever she wants, when her world is too noisy, Charlotte simply closes her eyes and travels back to that peaceful place. The place deep in her belly where her breath is soft and even. The place deep in her mind where her thoughts are hushed and low. The quiet place inside. The end. So as you can see, Charlotte found a quiet place, and then every time that she needed to go back to the quiet place, she used her thoughts and she went back to her quiet place. Even though she didn't go back to the park, um, she even at home just kept thinking about the park and her quiet place, and it made her feel better. So that's very important if you can't physically go somewhere. So just create your quiet place in your mind, and then if you are able to create it in your house or outside, you can do that as well. So lastly, I just have some reflection questions so you guys can think about, and we can just end our last lesson today with just a friendly reminder to be very mindful and practice meditation, and just continue to be very positive. So the reflection questions were, where is a place where you can be, noisy? Where is a place where you can be quiet? So you have to be able to understand and know what are the things that are very distracting to you and what things are not distracting to you in order to be able to create that quiet place for yourself. And then obviously, how do noisy places make you feel? So personally, I enjoy listening to music, but sometimes very loud music can be distracting for me, and that makes me feel like I can't hear my own thoughts. So you have to always focus on how noisy things or places make you feel as well. And then lastly, what are some of those places that are noisy? So you can avoid trying to create a quiet place there because obviously they're noisy and they can be distracting. So a noisy place for me is probably my parents' home, just because I have a younger brother that's very active and always on his PlayStation and playing games live. So he's very loud about it. And then as well as there's a puppy. They have a brand new puppy, so the puppy is constantly um, running around, playing, barking, just being a puppy. So that definitely would be considered a noisy place for me. Um, my quiet place, I haven't created a quiet place just yet. I will after this video because I feel it's very important to just have that quiet place when you really, really need it, just to get away from certain feelings or just certain distractions, or just to kind of reflect and just feel good again about yourself. So once again, thank you all for watching my videos. It was a pleasure to make these videos and share some mindfulness with you. And have a good afternoon. Thank you.